Salut, bonjour et bonsoir, n'importe où vous êtes dans le monde entier. Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to another lesson of Lingua, and today we'll be looking at the verb to live, which in French is pronounced as habiter. Obviously, this can be used in different contexts to describe where you live, where someone lives, where even something lives, like an animal. You know, yeah. So we're going to make simple sentences with this in the present tense, and we're also going to conjugate them. Sorry, conjugate it in the present tense. All right. But first of all, I'll take you through on how to conjugate it and also how to pronounce at the same time. So I live is j'habite. The H is silent, obviously. You live is tu habites. He lives, il habite. She lives, elle habite. We live, nous habitons. You live, vous habitez. They live, ils habitent. Once again, they lives, elles habitent. Now, if today's your first lesson taking on this content, visiting our channel for the first time, you might want to check out our other lessons which we've done so far, so as to get up to speed in terms of some of the rules or guidelines, I would say, in French. So, for example, you have, a verb like, oh, let's say we're using even this verb, let's say habiter, right? You will notice that the word or the sentence "you live" actually seems to be repeated twice, right? And that's because "tu" is used in the informal sense, when you're talking to your friend, your mates, or somebody younger than you. But when you're talking to a stranger, someone older, or someone stranger, or someone older, or someone you don't really know that well, you use "vous." All right. All right. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. But if you haven't checked out checked out our channel, or this is your first time, you might want to visit everything right from the start. All right. So let's get started once again. So we've got on to the pronunciations of it all, right? And what scenarios can we use habitat, right? So you can use it to describe somewhere around the world. So you have a map there. You can use it to describe basically your neighborhood, right? In respect to every other object that you see around you. Okay, so we're just going to make simple sentences out of this later on, right? But before then, once again, like in our previous notes, you would have noticed that we talked about certain you can say some of them are adjectives, but basically the masculine and feminine of certain things in French. For example, you have colors. We're looking at the weather as well and directions. These are important when you're describing where you live, so as to make it more exciting when describing it in words or in letters. All right. So yeah. So once again, if this is your first time, you might want to check back on how to describe yourself, someone, or something. That particular topic where we talk about direction, colors, and weather as well. So as an example, right? Simple sentence, in the present tense. So I'm going to talk about or repeat the sentence "J'habite à Lagos," which means I live in Lagos. Okay, that's easy, right? Should we go through that again? Right? Just take it easy and slow. J'habite à Lagos, which means I live in Lagos. Now, another long sentence, is la boulangerie est à côté d'un restaurant, which is the bakery is beside the restaurant. Right? Could you pronounce that again? La boulangerie est à côté d'un restaurant. Cool. So with that, I'm sure you'll be able to head home and start practicing with 5 sentences, for example, just to get started with, and practice just describing where you live, where someone live or people live. Using importantly, you're going to be using the present tense conjugation for the verb habiter, and you can use that in the various persons. First person, second person, third person. In describing such things, and yeah, and so that you become more conversed with it. So as you pronounce it, also I would also advise, if you could also write it out, maybe also record yourself, so as you can gain more confidence in it. But don't worry about mistakes. It's still early days, and it's definitely not a failure, yeah, but a learning curve. And then with that, you can keep on progressing onto higher things. So we've reached the end of our lesson, right? Surprisingly, yes. Short, straight up to the point, right? And we'll definitely see you in our next class, which also promises to be quite exciting. Yeah. But don't worry, it will never be that long. It's going to be as simple, as short as possible so that you can start practicing wherever you are and wherever. Okay. So, a bientôt. See you soon. Oh, yes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you might want to check out our channel, Lingua Talks, and also click the like button. That also helps. And you can click the bell notification so they get a notification when new content is uploaded. And yes, subscribe. You know, and so you can have access to all the contents that we have on here. All right. So au revoir, à bientôt, et on se verra. See you later, and bye.